Royal Ones, this is Miss Gigi coming at you again with another juicy episode. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about how to forgive your parents that hurt you. How to forgive your mother and your father for their past hurt. And they're dead and gone. But you're still holding on to that resentment. Like what they did that really hurt. That broke my heart. Let's get straight into it. Listen. I had to learn this too. I didn't have the best relationship growing up with my mother. And I just learned about last year. She's been dead for quite a while. She died in 2015. And yeah, like 9 years. I had to learn how to forgive her because even though I never get an apology for how she mistreated me, how she broke my heart. All I wanted was love. All I wanted was quality time. And I let it go. I ask God every single time I think about my childhood. What ended up happening is I treat my son better. The exact opposite. I pour into him. I buy him stuff. I take him somewhere. I treat him nice. I treat him the exact opposite. It's like, mommy loves you. I pour into my child. I hug him. Whenever I start having them effed up memories, I start crying. I go and I hug my son. And I start thanking God for the child that I do have and for making me a better mother. Let me tell you, I'm thankful and grateful. That is how you do it. That is how you do it. You hold your son. And he said, I didn't have the best mother growing up, but I'm going to be the best mother to you. You hold your daughter and you treat that girl right because you know how you want it. All you wanted was to be loved. All you wanted was to be held and treated with respect. And they neglected you and they abandoned you. Your mother neglected you. Your father abandoned you. And you say, I never forget that longest day I live. You pour into your child what you always wanted. And you ask God, help me to move forward with my life and be a better parent than the example that I had. I don't want to treat my child like that. All things, you got to take it before the Lord. And you talk to God. And he will ask God to, immediately you ask him, send me a comforter. Send me a comforter. Because I do not want to, I want to heal. You ask the Lord for healing immediately. You ask the Lord for healing. Send you a comforter. Help me forgive how they treated me. I didn't have a good mother. If you didn't have a good father, forgive what your father did to you. The way they made you feel, the way they neglected you, abandoned you, beat you, the way they mistreated you, the way that they left you out, the way they called you ugly, they picked on you, they bullied you, they called you names. You turn to your God. God says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness. The Lord wants you to talk to him. The reason why you can't let it go, because you haven't turned it over to God. You haven't learned how to forgive. And God will forgive you for holding on to that. And then you forgive yourself for holding on to who hurt you. Then you hold your child. You be the best version of the parent that you always wanted. You spend quality time with that baby. You be the best you can be. You pull yourself together and you keep moving forward, and you be the best parent example growing up. You impart wisdom and love and good stuff into your child. You be a good example to that baby. You be a God-fearing parent. You love that child, and you don't do what you know what not to do. You know what type of parent not to be. You know, I'm not gonna be that to my baby. I'm not gonna treat my child like that. My child ain't gonna have to go through that. Always be there for your child. Always make yourself available to your child. Always spend quality time with your child. Show up to your child. Baseball games, basketball games, cheerleading practice. Bake cookies for the PTA. Bake muffins, whatever. You be the God-fearing parent that God instilled you to be. Our parents might not been the best example to us, but we got to ask the Lord to help us accept that. Hey, look, that hurt. But you and God say, I am near the brokenhearted and contrite in spirit. You are not God over your parents, even though they did not treat you right. And yeah, it hurt because you're human. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt real bad. Then talk to your pastor for counseling. But then also you got to really let that thing go. You got to really want to be a better person, because you cannot be a better parent by holding on to the hurt that your parents hurt you, because then hurt people, then you're going to accidentally hurt your child. You're going to be a toxic parent to your child because that's all you seen growing up, because you haven't let it go who hurt you. And then your son and your daughter say, I don't deserve that. I didn't ask to be here. And you tell your son, I didn't mean to get pregnant with you. Then you start having all these toxic arguments with your kid. That's what you got to do. That's how you forgive, by truly turning that thing over to God and letting it go. I love you. You pour into your kid. Let the Lord love you. You're not God over anybody. You cannot make someone forgive you. Even, if your parents are alive and they mistreat you, your mom and daddy, if they are alive and well, say, I forgive you for what you put me through. And I forgive myself for holding on to that. And then you let that person go. You really let it go. And it'll free you. And then you will be, and then God, you will be open and let God allow him to pour love into you so that you can love other people, and especially love your child or love your children in a healthy manner that a parent is supposed to love their children. But you really got to go to God and let God go. You're not God over nobody. Let God be in control of that situation. Put it in his hands. Ask him to help you. And I pray that this message finds you well. Have you found other ways to cope with letting go and forgiving people that hurt you, your parents that hurt you? Meet me in the comment section, Roy Ones. Let's have this conversation. Thank you so much for listening to this message. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Love, hugs, and kisses. Bye.